Hello and welcome to 20 Minutes. For today's topic, we will be talking about something you have all for sure heard of. This website is sweeping the world and helping people find out more about the loved ones they care about with even less energy. I am, of course, talking about the stock market. If you somehow don't know what the stock market is, it is a website dedicated to finding and hiring stalkers. Tonight, we will be focusing our story on two people who have been using the stock market and how it has changed their lives. Our first interview will be with a man named Peter Falline, who has just begun using the stock market for the first time. So Peter, what attracted you to the stock market in the first place?
Well, I had obviously heard about the website by word of mouth from a lot of people using it for everyday use. But I hadn't really found any real reason to use it up until recently.
And what was that?
Well, it all started a couple weeks ago when I noticed my girlfriend Stephanie would go out missing for several hours a day and act like it was completely normal. I would ask her about it, but she would tell me that she was at work. And if she was lying, I was like, I don't have the energy to do that. So I turned to the stock market.
Since I never had too much contact with the stock market, I was interested on seeing how it worked. So I asked Peter if he could show me.
Well, it's a fairly simple website to use. It's split up into 3 sections: home, hire, and jobs. To find my guy, I just went to hire, and I scrolled down until I found the cheapest one. Here we are, Philip Muscles, $49 a day, nice and cheap.
Now that I knew how the website worked, I was interested in finding out what it was like to work for the stock market. So I decided to follow the man who was hired by Peter, Philip Muscles.
So Philip, I know you've been hired by Peter Falline to stalk his girlfriend Stephanie. I was just wondering, how does that work? How do you know when you get hired, and what do you do once you get hired?
See, the hiring process is fairly simple. That's why I work for the stock market. First, you receive a notification with all the information, and you get a green light to engage your target, and you go from there. Now, for the second question, I think it would be best to show you.
I decided to grab a camera and follow him on this exciting stakeout.
All right, I need to get close, gather more intel on the target, Stephanie, see whether or not she's cheating on her boyfriend. For your own safety, stay back. Achoo! All clear. Pursuing target. Sometimes you have good days where stakeout goes as planned. Achoo! Other days, not so much.
And so do you fail assignments pretty regularly?
Regularly is a subjective term, so...
Do you still get paid if you fail the assignment?
Yes. But my rating goes down. That's why I marketed myself cheaper than all my other competition. Oh, just got another assignment.
And who is your next assignment?
And on that note, we're going to have to end this segment of 20 Minutes a bit early. Thank you all for tuning in.